Good morning. Well, I've just left Console Bridge. I had to moor up in a bit of a clearing for a couple of days because there was a big strong storm that swept across the whole of the United Kingdom and the winds were really strong, so that's just a bit of note of caution. Don't moor underneath big trees, especially when there's lightning and strong winds, but it's quite early on a Sunday morning and I would like to get all the way down through Kidderminster and down to Stourport on Severn today. It's about 5 hours journey and about 6 or 7 locks, so I should be able to do it. But there is more rain forecast for this afternoon, so we shall see. After staying on the canal near the village of Kylie, it was time to head south down into the town of Kidderminster. There are lots of supermarkets right next to the cut here, and it's an ideal place to stock up on supplies. Just south of the town are the Stourport basins. There are 4 basins all connected together, 2 upper and 2 lower. I'll be travelling west through both the upper basins and then down 2 sets of double staircase locks and down onto the River Severn. I'll then continue south to Wharf Inn at Holt Fleet, where I'll moor up for the night. That was quite interesting. I was at Debdale Lock just then. I was doing a bit of filming. Molly was by my side. I was on the towpath side. And what I'm pretty sure is a stoat, which looks like a long, very dark brown ferret in a way. Came quite casually bouncing along the canal wall. Came into the wall opposite me because I was just in the canal side on the upper pond. And it just casually got into the water, didn't realise I was there, certainly didn't realise Molly was there, and swam a little bit around, popped its head up, and then the sort of, I can imagine the shock of terror on its face, because it would have spotted Molly just casually sat on this side of the canal watching her, and it dived straight back into the water and I never saw it again. So it probably swam underwater quite a distance up until some weeds and quietly and casually got out of the water, so not to disturb it with this dangerous predator. You probably just wanted to lick it, didn't you, Mol? Yeah. great when supermarkets take the time and care to accommodate boaters. It's just started to rain now, so ideal time for me to nip inside and get a load of shopping. So just over 2 years ago, when I was last on this canal, just south of Kidderminster, I went through a lock, and a really helpful guy called Geordie Jim helped me through a load of locks, and lo and behold, he's here yet again. He's not lock keeping today, but he always carries his windlass with him apparently, and he's just been doing a bit of shopping and spotted me, so he came over to give me a hand. So very helpful.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me who watch your stuff on YouTube have spotted me, Geordie Jim, down at Calderwell Lock when you had me. That must have been a few years ago, was it?
It was about 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
because the boat looks a different colour now. Yeah, you've painted the boat. It's physical, it's out the flat, it's good, you get to meet people. I've been locking for 15 years, the Staffordshire Worcestershire Canal. Spend a lot of time on the weekend on the Stourbridge flight. And it's just a different, the canal, once you get out of town, the canal's brilliant. I don't want anything, you know, I'm going to work Monday to Friday, I can't help it. If I don't lock, I feel bad. That's how it's got. I'm following all your stuff online.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
You a bit damp, Marl? What is really good, over the years, whenever I'm walking Molly along the towpath, I've always got her to sit when cyclists come along or when other dogs come along. And even though she's not on the lead now and she's not with me, she'll always continue to sit down. Just now I was filling this lock and she sat, and I was like, well, why on earth is she doing that? And then I looked right in the distance and there were some cyclists, so she's so clever. Good girl. See what I mean? She'll just sit whenever she sees a cyclist. It's great. I needed to moor Alice up for a few days as I'd been invited to a special 40th birthday party. Set on the south coast of Devon is Burgh Island. The Art Deco Burgh Island Hotel is the main building on this small tidal retreat, and the writer Agatha Christie wrote 2 novels here, Evil Under the Sun and There Will Be None. It was TV news presenter Kylie Pentelow's birthday. Having worked and been great friends with both her and her husband, YouTuber Brady Harron, for many years, a small group of us were invited to celebrate, dress 1920s style, and have some fun away for the weekend. Happy birthday, Kylie. Molly stayed at my dad's and enjoyed lying on soft furnishings, something still lacking in my boat. So finally I'm down in Stourport on Severn Basin, and I am going the narrowboat route. Unlike when I came up into the basin a couple of years ago, I went up the wide beam lock and got told off. But I know the route this time. It's the narrowboat side, and it's a narrower locks. At Stourport on Severn, there's two staircase locks. There's two locks, a gap, and then two locks. And the gap in between the two isn't very big. One boat's just come up, and another boat was coming up in the locks below. So I've helped them come all the way through, which leaves a nice big gap, and we've left the top gate of the other lock open so I can exit this and go straight on in. It's really warm now, but I've got all my gear on. Molly's got her life jacket on. I've had to get the anchor from on the roof and actually make sure it's connected to the boat. I've seen many people put their anchors ready, but it's not actually connected. And the last thing you want to do is actually have to worry about tying on ropes and things. So I've used a knot that my stepbrother Ollie has taught me. He's a tree surgeon, so he knows all about knots, and it's worked really, really well with just my line at the back of the boat whilst mooring up. So hopefully it should be fine with an anchor, should I ever need it. I think I've timed it just about right, because it looks like there's a rowing competition on here, and it looks like they've just taken a lunch break. So I'm just going through the very, very last lock at Stourport on Severn. I'll come out on the Severn and go down towards Worcester. So it looks like the finishing line is just here, so I'm just going to drive on out and hope for the best. And finally, I'm on the River Severn. Because I'm going downstream, it should theoretically be a lot faster. It's a lot faster than a canal, that's for sure. Navigating downstream of a river, because you're going with the flow of the water, your sense of time, your sense of speed is completely different to a canal, and you can get to destinations so much faster. I was just talking to the lockkeeper there and sort of asked him where would be a good place to moor, and he said, well, yeah, Worcester. And I was like, what? I'll never get to Worcester before the locks close. And I was like, yeah, you will. It'll only be about 2 hours. Now that on a canal will probably be about 4 or 5, because I'm just going with the flow. I'm in tick over at the moment and I'm zooming along. It's fantastic. I moored up at a pub mooring and met two great guys, Josh and his dad, and put the world to rights for the rest of the afternoon. Until next time, see you later.